and thanks for checking out my vocabulary quizzes. These are Google Forms to make it nice and easy for you for distance learning. You don't have to copy anything. You can just assign them to your students. This is for the 2017 series, not the 2020. 2020 has different vocabulary words. Spelling words are the same, but the vocabulary words are different. These are the files that you will get for one of the units. So this is 4th grade, Unit 1, Week 1, 4th grade, Unit 1, Week 2. And that's how I categorize them to make it easy for you to find them and locate them. So you'll get one vocabulary test for each week. Since the words are not differentiated, there is only one quiz for each week. Let me show you what one of those quizzes looks like. We'll open up the file. And this is what the file looks like on the inside. This is the teacher view. It's not the student view. What you'll see is two sections, a section where they'll type their name, and then the quiz, the actual question sections are down here. There are 8 questions for each week, since there are 8 vocabulary words. And what I've done is written the question and then included every single vocabulary word so they could pick the correct answer for that. And you'll see down through some of the questions. They are required, so a student cannot skip one. I did set each question to be required, and you'll see that with the red asterisk right here, and that shows you that it will be required. I do have the form set to scramble the order of the questions for each student. So if they're sitting next to one another, which you shouldn't really have a problem if you're doing distance learning, but if we get back into the classroom and they're sitting near one another, the order does scramble to try and prevent them from having wandering eyes onto each other's computer screen. So let's look at what it looks like from the kids' point of view. When the students start the quiz, this is what they'll see. They don't see the questions right away. They are required to give an answer. And I did this for 2 reasons. First of all, I wanted the name to come up first. And second of all, some of my students were forgetting to put their names on and driving me nuts. So this way they're forced to put a name there. Hopefully they put their name there. And then they click next. And you'll see that the quiz comes up. They'll read each question. The point value is here for them. They are all worth 100 points. And then they will select the correct answer. The group will brainstorm. And that's all they have to do, is read it and select the answer. Frantically. Okay? So that's what the student looks like. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this one and take you back to the teacher one and show you some of the other features that are here for you. Now, after all of your students take the test, that will give you the responses, it will give you the grades. All you have to do is come back to your teacher screen, click on the responses tab, and you'll click this little green button right here that says create spreadsheet. When you do that, it will make a spreadsheet for you. And there you go. You'll see the timestamp of when the student takes it, their score, their name, and then you can break it down by question. Good data for you that if you need, sorry, let me get rid of that. If you have students getting a lot of the same one incorrect, then you know maybe you need to reteach that or go back and revisit that skill again. So that's the spreadsheet that is automatically created for you. And let's talk about some of the settings that you can do. Your settings feature is up here. Some things that you can change. If you want the form to collect email addresses, you can go ahead and click on this and then it will automatically collect email addresses for you. I do have it set for 1 response. So if you want a student to be able to retake the test, then you're going to have to go ahead and uncheck that for limit. That way you can do multiple times. I do not allow the students to edit after they submit it, and I don't want them to see the charts and the other responses. If you want them to be able to edit it, you sure can select that and change it to meet your needs. Presentation, I have the questions. We'll shuffle the order of the questions. You can remove that if it's not important to you. You can click show progress bar. That just lets the kids know how far along they are in the test, and it'll be on the right hand side of their screen for them. So that's optional for you. Quizzes, this is where we have it making a quiz, giving it point values and grading it automatically. This you can change, it's up to you. Do you want the students to be able to see their grades automatically, immediately? Then you would leave this clicked. If you want them to get their grades later, and then you're going to go ahead and click down here and it'll send them an email to get that. So I always have them do it right away. I do let my students see which questions they missed, the correct answer for that question, and I do let them see the point values. Again, all of these are optional. You can adjust this however you would like, and you can play with the settings and see what the quiz looks like. That's up to you. Okay, so that's how I have each of them set for you. In order to share this with your students, you will do it a couple different ways. You could use Google Classroom, and that's the easiest way, is because your Google Drive, this file will be automatically on your Google Drive, and your Google Drive links into Google Classroom. So you would just attach it to an assignment for them. You can email this to a student if you don't use Google Classroom, but your students use Google. You can set up an email where you would send it via email, and you would type in all of your student addresses here. To me, that's kind of a cumbersome way to do it, but it is definitely an option for you. If you're emailing it to a student, the easiest way to email it to the student is through the link. You would click on the link button here, and then you'll see a link pops up for them. You can even shorten that link so it makes it smaller. Now it's nice and little for you. And you will copy that link and then go into your email program, whatever email program that you use. I'm just going to pull one up here. Whatever email program that you use, and then you can go ahead and load the student names through your address book. So that's one way that you could do it, is emailing it with a link. And if you're not using Google Classroom, definitely the best way to do it. When the students get the link and they open it up, they will not see this view. It will automatically open in this view for the students. Now you see the change here? Email address, that's because I selected to collect email addresses, so that's why it popped up here. I'll go back and reset that for you. So that's the view the students will get when they get the link that you see. Okay, that is my vocabulary quizzes, Google Forms for the Wonders 2017 series. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I am chalkstarlv@gmail.com. The email is in the product description. If you have any questions, I'm here. Thanks.